Hello my dear friends. Friends, I am Jyotir with Pawan Kumar. Friends, I was watching a video on YouTube, video of OSHO. You must be aware about OSHO, Acharya Rajneesh. So when he was living, a person came to him and asked him about God. And in that video, Acharya Rajneesh replies that there is no God. Then that person asked again, that if you say there is no God, then what about creation? Who created everything? Then Rajneesh replied that if you say there is God, then many people will ask you, who created God? And you won't be able to reply. So, if you are going to believe that God was always there and will always be there, there is no cause. Nobody created God. It was always there. If you believe that, why don't you believe that creation was always there and it will remain always? Then there is no need to say that there is God. See, I thought, what a silly answer it is. We know that there is God. Well, if you do not have till date any first-hand experience of God, then that is a separate thing, because it all depends upon each person's spiritual stature, spiritual development, how developed spiritually a person is. Depending on that, one can have experiences, first-hand experiences in deep meditation, right? But we cannot deny whatever scriptures say, whatever Vedas, whatever Upanishads say. We have to believe in our rishis and great true saints. And there is no question in our scriptures about existence of God. There is no question at all whether God is there or not. It was there always and it will be always. Now I thought I must clear certain points in this video. So my dear friends, if you are a truth seeker and you want your spiritual development, you need to clarify these questions, right? Now let us give a little thought to this topic. You must be aware about infinity, the concept of infinity. Infinity is defined in three forms. One is in relation to mathematics, mathematical infinity. And my friends who have studied mathematics, sorry, they must appreciate what I mean. Then there is another concept which is related to the physical world, physical infinity, right? And then third concept is about metaphysical infinity, right? Related to spiritual phenomena. Now, leaving aside the mathematical infinity, the other two infinities are defined philosophically. They are not based upon actual first-hand experiences. So forget about all these definitions, right? Now, what I want to convey you in this video, in this regard, is that when we say God, whatever it is, power or force or whatever it is, whatever concept you have in your mind about God, God is not existing in this physical world. You can experience while living in this physical world, right? There is no doubt. But God belongs to a very high dimension. There are so many dimensions. We are down here living in this third dimension. You must be knowing this. After death, when we leave this physical body, our two subtle bodies connected with our overself, they will go onto the astral plane, which is the 4th dimension. Then beyond that, 5th dimension, 6th dimension, there are so many dimensions. And if you believe what the great Tibetan Lama Lobsang Rampa has written, our overself or Atma is in the 9th dimension. Now see, whatever elements belong to this 3-dimensional world, the same elements don't exist in higher dimensions. In higher dimensions, there are subtle elements. You cannot imagine while living in this 3-dimensional world what a 4th dimension is like, what a 9th dimension is like. The concepts are different. The trouble is that we are trying to implement the concepts of this 3-dimensional world on higher dimensions, on something which is existing in a higher dimension. Our soul or overself or God, whatever you call, existing in a very high dimension. Our soul exists in the 9th dimension. How can you apply the concepts belonging to this 3-dimensional physical world to a 9th dimension? You cannot. So that is the mistake. Our scientists or anybody who discusses this, that who made God, is applying this principle of cause and effect. The principle of cause and effect is purely a 3-dimensional concept. It doesn't exist beyond 3rd dimension. That is the point to be understood. Right? So when you go to the 9th dimension, actually everybody will go. Self-realization means you will be face to face with your overself, and that will occur in the 9th dimension. Or if you are a true truth seeker and you sit in meditation, you go deep in meditation, right? Then going deep in meditation means you go on to the superconscious state, in the trance state. Yes, in that state, if you are able to go on to the superconscious state of being in deep meditation, then you can know that God exists in a dimension where this concept of beginning and end doesn't apply, where infinity means infinity, no beginning, no end. Right? This is a crucial point which needs to be understood. Ignoring this, OSHO is replying, and there are so many videos, questions, whether there is God or not. In our scriptures, Vedanta, in our Upanishads, there is no question at all about existence of God. God is there, was there, will be there, always. So the mistake, my dear friends, I wanted to point out, that is why I am making this video. The mistake is that we are applying this principle or concept of cause and effect, which only belongs to this 3-dimensional physical world. We are applying the same principle on something which exists in a very high dimension, 9th dimension. That is the mistake. When you go to that 9th dimension, this question will not arise at all, because you won't find anything which was never there and which will never be there. Right? See, if you have studied the great Tibetan Lama's teachings, Lobsang Rampas, you must be aware that down here, while we are living in this physical body, average person is only 10% conscious. Our awareness is only 10%. The remaining 90% of our awareness is in our subconscious mind, that is with the overself. And if a person's awareness rises to say about 12%, that person may be called a genius. 12% or 15%, the person will be counted as a genius in this physical world. Then imagine what will happen to your understanding, to your consciousness, to your apprehension, to your understanding, when you have 100% awareness. And that will be possible only when you go to the higher dimensions or in deep in meditation. But if someone goes deep in meditation, in the superconscious state, and comes to know about this concept which exists there, concept that there is no cause, and that things there are not bound by cause and effect principle, then you will know it through your first hand experience. But when you come out of this meditation, you will never be able to explain this to other people, because how will you explain? That person will never find anything on this physical world which is not bound by cause and effect principle. I hope you understand what I want to convey. The mistake is here. So try to raise your awareness, go deep in meditation. You must be believing in Bhagavad Gita, right? In Bhagavad Gita, in the second chapter, in 12th verse of second chapter, Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna that there was never a time when I was not there. See, believe him, believe Krishna. He's not telling lies, it is truth. It is only our limitation of our awareness and our mistake of applying the concepts of this physical world to higher dimensions. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.